We continue my accounts in what I'm calling Liber Umbera, 2014 to 2016. And we have here from January the 26th, another boggle set that I tried to compose some meaning related to. Cards under it. Saudeleg Lagok's truthful errors to pay. Oh, I can't read some of my writing, can I? To pay inside, okay. I read page 121 to 180 of, is it The Talons of Time? The Paul Twitchell book. I contemplated with the Tarot of Vampires. You're going to see that series on my channel. Programs 1 through 4, from the Upanishads to Homer, philosophy, did the Greeks invent it? 3, Pythagoras, and the divinity of number. 4, what's there? Okay, what was the name of that program? Oh, the Great Ideas of Philosophy. And I wrote out for each of these philosophers defending my own position. I don't have that. Computer problems are great, right? You write a little book and it goes. Anyways, Eyebright, memory. Maybe I'll do a better philosophy book at another point. Artemisia, Vulgaris, is that mugwort? Psychic development. Enochian key 5. 8 to 8:17 p.m. Asnabeon Quran Surah 3. Lilac. Lac is purity. Okay. Maybe I meant lilac. 1 through 4 also on the 27th. Enochian key 6. 7:24 to 7:45 a.m. Al-Stabean Quran Surah 4. Like ambrosia is the symbolism. LAC. What is that? Moon of water. Could be lilac. Euphrasia, representing cheer up. Mugwort, representing protection. Caraway, representing sensuality. And with the boggle divination, by divination, I don't mean that I had shook up the boggle. I will tell the future because the boggle is... No. I mean that I'm trying to make it a spiritual process. If I was just brainstorming without any spiritual intention, I would not list it in this journal. We're to initiate for artistic purposes. 10 goals exist. And I contemplate with the Tarot of Vampires, read page 38 to 88 of Works of Josephus, Volume 1. And on the Wednesday, page 89 to 143. And I watched The Great Ideas of Philosophy 1 through 4 again, on the Wednesday and the Tuesday. Lac, representing beginnings. Mugwort, representing to prevent theft. Eyebright, representing mental powers. And I listened to Bayon Quran, Surah 5. Sayyid Abu Alala Maududi, Surah 1 and 2. Karam Karvi. Okay, yeah, that's caraway, representing love. What is that Indian herb that's kind of like caraway, but it's like not? I had a little container. I don't even remember what it is. Some of the things you try and you never again. I contemplated the Tarot of Vampires. I contemplated with the deck. And on the Thursday, I read Submitter's Perspective, Volume 31, 1 and 2. So January, February 2015. And Euphrasia, Eyebright, Scent Offering, representing psychic growth. Mugwort, representing magic. Magic is in the art and science of religion, and religion is is connecting with God and creation. That relationship. Lac, representing cleanliness. Is it lilac? So on the Boggle divination here we have Hud er lint, he whistles again or exist, via young milking foes. Okay. Orange, representing weddings. Lemon, representing friendship. I watched 1 through 4 of the Great Ideas of Philosophy. Cold Case Files 1-1. I listened to Bayon Quran, Surah 6 and 7. And Enochian Key 8, 9:44 to 9:59 a.m. 3:09 to 4:50 a.m. The Spiritual Exercise 2:12. Is that the one where I went about with the swords, Well, I guess I haven't shared that on the channel, so on the Friday, Bayan al-Quran Surah Syed Abu al-Madudi Surah 3 and 4 on the Thursday, 5 and 6 on the Friday. Great Ideas of Philosophy 1 through 4 on each. Lilac. What is lac? Is it lilac? Just because lilac sounds like that doesn't mean it's that in Latin. Representing eternity. Eyebright, reduction. Mugwort, representing longevity. May we all survive as long as is good for us. Lemon, representing attract. Orange, representing youthful. Chocolate, representing life. And I contemplated with the Tarot of the Vampires. I read page 100 and Enochian Key. Enochian, what is it here? 11:04 to 11:50 a.m. I'm not sure which one is. Oh, M. So the 9th Enochian Key. I read page 144 to 192 of the aforementioned book. And on the Saturday, it was 193, page 193 to 236, and 237 to 290 on the Sunday. I watched the Great Ideas of Philosophy 1 through 4 on each of those days. On the Saturday, I listened to Bayan al-Quran, Surah 8, Sayyid Abu al-Maududi, Surah 7 and 8. So it was 9 and 10 the next day, and Surah 9 of Bayan al-Quran on the Sunday. Lac, representing fertility, contemplated with the Tarot of Vampires each of those days. Lemon Scent Offering, representing the unresolved. Orange Scent Offering, representing beauty. Chocolate, representing a stain. Eyebright, representing clearing out. Astringent that day, a brightened disposition. Chocolate. Divination. Orange. Poorly constructed. Lemon. of the Sunday. But on the Saturday, we have Enochian Key 19. Author 9. And so 9, 10 through 11:40 a.m. I was at the place of the Ek worship service. Now, Ek, I'll just say that's God as a verb. That's how I intend it. I don't intend it as to say their leader is Ek, or that I'm worshiping the Ekankar Corporation, Kinesis, that sort of thing. So it's a very vague word. People have differing intentions, differing meanings going to those groups because of some of the ambiguous language, and it allows for that. Looking for inner peace? Okay. I'll watch Forbidden Archaeology 2, Season 2, Episode 1 and 2. And let me remind you that we can declare before, during, or after our thought or intention or some level of attachment to what happened before or after or during, something that someone else did, or maybe it's something you did. You can return to these intentions, and that's one of the things I'm doing here. I would divide the year into 73 or 72 portions to match in with the like the Goetia operations. And I was still doing that in the journals, so that is what I'm doing here. Of course, it doesn't appear that I was practicing them because I did every one at least once, so I guess it's time for me to do more Grimorium Verum-like rituals. Oh, did I forget to say what day February started? What day did February start? February started on Sunday. Yeah. So we're on the 2nd. And so I started with watching 5 through 8 of the Great Ideas of Philosophy. The Greek tragedians on man's fate, Herodotus and the Lamp of History, sort of a look at everybody's account. Plutarch was a synoptic account sort of figure, and that's how they ended up interpreting the Bible, through Plutarchian philosophy. Socrates on the existence, on the essence of life. That doesn't quite look like essence. 8, Plato's Search for Truth. And then Aristotle probably had multiple lectures. Enochian Key 12. 8:09 to 8:58 a.m. I read, was it 81 to 220? Or 84 to 220? That's a lot. Of 239.9. Oh, maybe that was the duodecimal number, which there's probably multiple books with that duodecimal number. I listened to Syed Abu Alala Maududi, Surah 11 and 12, Bayan al-Quran, Surah 10. I met with Death and Moon. I didn't write down every time I met with them, but I like to meet with them once or twice a month. Didn't always. There were times that it was more, sometimes it was less, but my reasons for meeting with them were spiritual, so they weren't. So What is the Eyebright? Or diintegral? I don't know what that is. Euphrasia. Lemon scent offering representing adversity. You know, we always got to deal with adversity, don't we? Orange scent offering representing fertility. Mugwort, consecration. Lilac, lack, food and drink. What is lack? Was it something in the eye, the sleep ointment that had a, you know, because the thing had a smell to it. So was I going to say, what was in that? You had henbane, mugwort, hemlock, mandrake. It's pretty good. It made the process of going into sleep different, but I guess it relaxes your eyelids or something. Contemplated with the Tarot of Vampires. I watched 5 through 8 of the Great Ideas of Philosophy, and so on the Tuesday, 5 through 8 of that program again, I listened to Bayan al-Quran, Surah 11, Sayyid Abu Alala Maududi, Surah 13 and 14, Enochian Key 19, Author 11, 9:27 to 9:46 a.m., Silver Bells, representing blooming, lack, gluttony. Is it lilac? What is it? Mugwort, clairvoyance. I made an armadillo of Solomon. You know, I made it out of wax like tradition, but I don't think you have to use wax. Although there is something to be said for using the materials in a grimoire, or you can call it a grimoire. It doesn't have to be sinister to call it a grimoire. It's just a method manual. Optimism of Eyebright. Starlight and Snowflakes Reborn. And Snowflakes Reborn? Is that a Nargargle Schlad video? Did I start watching Nargargle Schlad around there? The Lord something of Imok. I do plan to share the rest of my comments on the Nargargle Schlad channel and go through his book and write something. So I read Surah 20 with Muhammad Assad's translation. 7:45 p.m. started Imok. So that would be that the sunset? Oh, or did they say a.m.? The cross quarter on the 3rd. Maybe it was the so the sunset started that. I contemplate. Remember that like swastika like thing that I had on my door. I shared on the seasonal thing, the file thought. Yeah, interesting little thing that is. So you make that for Imok and Lunasa, the figure that gets burnt and that sort of thing. You know, basically a knot dolly. Contemplate with the Tarot of Vampires. Oh, I set forth the Imok decorations because that night started Imok. Okay, because on the 3rd, okay. So the sunsets, the nearest sunset traditionally would start Imok. Same thing with Beltane, the nearest sunset to the cross quarter of May. And the cross quarter of August, not July, August, the nearest sunset to that. And the nearest sunset for November would start Samhain. So on the Wednesday, listen to Bayan al-Quran, Surah 12, Sayyid Abu Alala Maududi, Surah 15 and 16. And I watched 5 through 8 of the Great Ideas of Philosophy, Enochian Key 19, Author 8, 9:55 a.m. to 1 p.m. Saturday, the 7th author, and this was on the 7th, so 7:13 to 7:34 a.m. Mugwort, representing aphrodisiac, lack, representing flow, I write, inner sight. I contemplated with the tarot of vampires. I read 221 to 260 of, I don't know, was it Talons of Time? Was that the... Oh, the Drumbeat of Time, is that the one that's left out of the series? I haven't read that. Paul Twitchell wrote a lot in his life. I read on the Thursday, the 5th, it was Surah 21 with Muhammad Assad's translation and explanation. Enochian Key 19, Author 15, 9 to 10:02. I watched 5 through 8 of the Great Ideas of Philosophy. Smackdown, the Butthurt Haters of Black Magic. Yeah, that's probably one of Timothy's titles for the EA quitting video. White Magic Debunked in 13 minutes. Black Magic Explained in 9 minutes or less. Timothy doesn't do too many videos. I would interview him for my channel. I mean, I don't want to see him in tights, if that's a condition for that, but yeah, well, I would interview him for this channel. Timothy Donahue. You know, he's the person who works out the business end of the Become a Living God program organization. And I think at this point, pretty much everybody that's part of it could really branch out on their own, and some of them more or less have. Dante Abiel didn't. Anyways, Mugwort, Astro Travel. Eyebright, representing Astringent. Well, I guess he may do like psychic readings or something like that, or minor spell work as a like a local figure wherever he is. But Eyebright, representing Astringent. I contemplated with the tarot of vampires. I listened to Bayan al-Quran, Surah 13, Sayyid Abu Alala Maududi. If I'm not saying that right, I should really look at the Arabic or the Urdu or whatever to say that Surah 17 and 18. On the Friday, it was 19 and 20. And it was, oh, I guess maybe I didn't listen to 16. Or even 15 on that Friday. Enochian, on the Friday, it was the Enochian Key 19, Author 16. Orange Scent Offering, representing good luck, 8:50 to 9:51 or something. AM. Orange, representing good luck. You know, I'm not saying that any of these scents are like, oh, if I put this scent down, it's going to make these things happen, that sort of thing. I'm just, you know, trying to bring out the meaning and experience myself by evoking this, by having a symbol of this. Okay, that wasn't terribly clear, but I'm not worshiping the herbs. Lemon, Commitment. Mugwort, Lucid Dreaming. Eyebright, Balance. Chocolate, Cleanliness. Yeah, it's an interesting thing having cleanliness as a symbol of chocolate, but I watched 5 through 8 of the Great Ideas of Philosophy. I contemplated with the tarot of vampires. I read page 291 through 330 of the works of Flavius Josephus. 331 to 371 on the Saturday, 372 to 419 on the Sunday, and did I make another Almadel of Solomon out of wax? Yeah. They're different designs, so I made different ones, and yeah. So on the Saturday, Mugwort, representing Maxibustion, Clear the Air on the Sunday, Eyebright, representing Head Wounds, Relaxation on the Sunday. I'll watch 5 through 8 of the Great Ideas of Philosophy, both those days. Something of History 2, Season 2, Episodes 4 and 5. On the Saturday, I listened to Sayyid Abu Alala Maududi, Surah which ones did I listen to? Something to 20. So 19 through 21, 23 and 24 on the Sunday. Listen to Bayon Quran, Surah 15, 16 on the Sunday. Contemplate with the Tarot of Vampires, both those days. Menthol, representing spell breaking on the Sunday. Camphor, representing release on the Sunday. There was an after dawn prayer discussion at Masjid An-Nur. And so I'm going to try to go. Monday, the 9th, I read page 261 to 320 of Women Around the Messenger by Muhammad Ali Qutb. Orange scent offering representing wealth. Lemon scent offering representing adoration. Cinnamon, camphor representing psychic growth. Menthol representing psychic growth. Mugwort representing repelling ghost. Now, if you instead of praying to whatever you're going to pray to, if you set up a spell and the herbs and stuff, I've heard that people who light sage tend to have more problems with haunting than before. Some of them, and those who don't, it's like, okay, it's not God or something that you're treating as a god that's doing this. It's what is going on, and you've worshipped the herb. By worshiping the herb, you've let in the ghost. 8:40. Anything can become an entheogen. It doesn't have to be a narcotic. 8:40 to 9:41 a.m. Enochian Key 19, Author 19. And that's one that I meditated on today. I watched 5 through 8 of the Great Ideas of Philosophy. I listened to Bayon Quran, Surah 17. Sayyid Abu Alala Maududi, Surah 25 and 26. And I guess 18 then. 27 through 30, Bayon Quran, Surah 18 as well on that Monday. 27 through 30 of Sayyid Abu Alala Maududi on Tuesday. I read page 420 to 460 of The Women Around the... Wait. .320s. Oh, maybe it was 320 to 460 of The Women Around the Messenger. Mugwort, representing healing the head. Menthol, representing psychic development. Camphor, representing release. Very nice scent camphor is. Lemon, representing cleansing. Orange, weddings. I watched 5 through 8 of the Great Ideas of Philosophy. 5 through 8 on the Wednesday, too. I read page 461 to 500 of The Works of Flavius Josephus, Volume 1. Oh, maybe that's what I've read. 420 through 460, Flavius Josephus. Okay, so different book. I listened to Sayyid Abu Alala Maududi, Surah 31 through 36, orange scent offering representing wealth, orange, wait, that's the same thing. I probably meant lemon. So lemon meaning refreshing, camphor representing endings, menthol representing more powerful rights, mugwort representing women's issues. And on the Thursday, the 12th of February, we have read page 321 to 363 of, okay, that's this book here, The Women's Around the Messenger. I watched 9 through 12 of The Great Ideas of Philosophy. Orange scent offering representing prosperity. Healing, lemon. Camphor, break off an affair. Anything with a smell. It might be a good idea to use one's smells to be as a scent offering unto what one worships. And menthol, representing exorcism, mugwort, circulation. I listened to Sayyid Abu Alala Maududi, Surah 37 through 42. Enochian Key Tan. Yeah, it's definitely 19. Leah 16, the 16th Ather, maybe. 9:22 to 9:36 a.m. I read page 501 to 530 of the works of Flavius Josephus, Volume 1. I listened to, on the Friday, I listened to Sayyid Abu Alala Maududi, Surah 43 through 52, 53 to 62 on the Saturday, 63 to 77 on the Sunday. Camphor, endings, menthol, endings, mugwort, meaningful. And what I had to do, consecration, 2012 to 2013. Oh, I read the Master's Talks in a Year of Consecration and A Year of Creativity for the Sunday, 2009-2010. So those are Eckankar books. And perhaps one day I'll do more than a faux New Age bit.